Welcome to episode 265, Zhao Changpeng, King of Cryptocurrency Exchange, 12 Lessons. This is an outline of episode 265, lesson 1 to lesson 6. This is an outline of episode 265, lesson 7 to lesson 12. Lesson number 1, Zhao holds the world record for self-made billionaire. He did it in less than 180 days. He is the fastest. Lesson number 2, Zhao did it with a bang. These are the words of Zhao, alias CC, on July 2nd, 2017. We raised roughly $50 million in cryptocurrency in 16 days. Lesson number 3, what to do when government's clamping down on cryptocurrency.
I think basically it's a little bit tough to decide where you want to be in this kind of environment. But before it was cryptocurrency exchanges are allowed, or at least they're not allowed. But now things are becoming tighter, so we just have to play by ear and see.
Okay, I mean, the demand is obviously there. You guys had to halt new registrations. If I'm not wrong, you've recently restarted limited registrations. Do you think you'll get to a point you'll be able to open it up again?
Yes, absolutely. So the demand is extremely strong. We opened registration for an hour yesterday, and 240,000 users registered within an hour. So we're growing basically a couple of million every week in terms of users.
Okay, but is there a feeling that the sort of ring is closing in terms of, tell me first of all why you chose to move to Tokyo and what the sort of events that led you to leave China were?
Okay, so in China, it's very clear that it's no longer allowed, and the government is against it, or at least there are policies that's hinting towards against it. So we generally don't like to go up against governments. So we moved out of China. We actually not, I'm in Tokyo right now personally, but we are actually spread out around a few different locations. We have a presence in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and other island countries.
Lesson number 4, 20 plus years of programming experience. This is from one of his tweets. Lesson number 5, blockchain is his apprentice. From 2013 to 2014, he worked for blockchain.info. The following paragraph I got from Forbes magazine. Lesson number 6, speed trumps everything.
So we want to build a different exchange. So if you want to just build another exchange, copying somebody else, we probably wouldn't do that. There's not a whole lot of point. So we want to build a different exchange. So just some more stats. So we have a really fast matching engine. So our core matching engine for the exchange is actually really, really fast. We can handle 1.4 million transactions per second. So on the top, we support about 100 coins. So that means we have to work with 100 different wallets, 100 different blockchains. That's a very challenging part for running a crypto exchange.
He had more than 10 years experience in high-speed trading, first with Bloomberg Tradebook, and then later on with Fusion Systems. Lesson number 7, the Big Plunge. He sold his house in Shanghai in 2014 and became a minimalist and concentrates every minute of his energy on his dream. He was 37 then. Lesson number 8, low commission. His commission is about half of that of his competitors because you can trade commission-free with BNB Coin.
Bittrex. And so when I look at the fees on Binance, for example, now, why is Binance Coin such an important part? Because that's what's hard to understand. You have Binance, you have this successful exchange, but you don't have Bittrex Coin and you don't have Poloniex Coin. So the reason that Binance Coin holds value is that if you're on the Binance platform, and so when it comes time to actually trading, for example, the thing that makes this so unique is if you trade in Binance tokens, you don't pay any trading fees. So what's happening here is that they're removing that 0.015 or 0.15% fee. And so that's actually a massive incentive. If you're trading between the different cryptos and all of the markets are the same price, you might as well use the BNB token as a utility to to facilitate that change instead of, for example, converting into BTC and paying that fee. Now that's a really, really small amount. Like a 0.15% fee isn't enough for the average person to get really worried. But if you're a trader and you're looking at this new emerging market and you have these options, now I have an actual unique value proposition for this BNB coin. And then this white paper is actually pretty incredible too. It's one of my...
Lesson number 9. What is the profile of a typical trader?
What kind of users are applying for new registrations? I mean, where are you seeing, I guess, the most growth? You know, are these individuals? How much money are they putting through? I'm just curious to get an idea of the inflows that you're seeing.
So our user demographics typically much more heavier on male. Around 25 to 35 age range, and I can't judge the income because we don't really have a lot of that data. But there are a lot of my just perception. I haven't done the analysis, but the perception is basically there's a lot of guys with a lot of money. Guys typically move $10,000 to $100,000 each day trading, or some of them are even much bigger. So they're very active trading. We did not expect this kind of growth, to be honest, and our current core system is actually okay. Our exchange matching engine is actually really fast, but some of the other parts we're actually not catching up, especially on customer service. We would like to provide the kind of customer service that Bloomberg is able to provide, but right now we can't. So we're kind of holding a little bit, but we're actively ramping up our bottlenecks. So we're actively fixing that. So probably within a couple of weeks, we'll be able to fully open again, and we'll see how much flood comes in.
Lesson number 10, Zhao's advice on ICO. Zhao asked 2 questions. First, if you could only do one thing for the next 10 years, what would it be? Second, if there's one thing you must do in this life, what would it be? Lesson number 11, he had his own share of quarrel with OKCoin, where he was the CTO.
So maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 20%, however much it is. I'm happy with earning that money. And you could be an investor or speculator thinking the price will go up or down. It could be either way. So the futures in concept provides actually a way to hedge Bitcoin risk against Bitcoin volatility.
Lesson number 12, timing is everything. He waited 4 years. He knew about Bitcoin in 2013 when it was trading at $213 a coin. He decided the market was still too immature. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.